This is how I produce viral videos making over $5,000 without spending hours on content. I posted 5 of the exact same video with different hooks and the results surprised me. Today I'm exposing the results of my experiment and everything I learned, so you can do the same. First, I'll show you how I set up the experiment and why I chose the 5 different hooks. Then I'll share the results and what I learned from it and how it's gonna change my content strategy. Finally, I'll share tips on how you can do the same step by step. But first, why do you need to test your content? If you have a limited ad budget and can't test too many variants, I always test it on TikTok first. If you don't have the ad budget to test 5 different videos and you want to see which video can get you the most revenue, the lowest cost per results, the highest ROAS or return on ad spend, I always test my video ads on TikTok organically first and pick the top 2 to put money behind in ads. The second reason is it helps you figure out what to double down more on because it'll give you better return on investment of your time. And my favorite reason, the third reason, is to disprove any assumptions you might have. Like, let's say you think this video content is gonna do very well, but it actually flops. And that might be because you're focusing on the wrong hook. A few disclaimers before I dive into everything. First, you do not need many followers to do this. Second, you don't need to be a content creator professional. You can just turn on your phone and speak to the camera. Third, don't do this for every single video. It's very time consuming. You only do this to kind of set the direction for future videos once you find out what works. So here's how I set everything up for my experiment. I filmed all my videos at once, including the 5 different hooks, because these were all the same video except for the first 2 to 3 seconds. After filming everything, I edited all the videos. Exact same video, only swapped out the beginning. Some videos were literally the same video except the text on the screen changed. Then I posted everything at the same time on TikTok and on YouTube. I have less than 200 followers on TikTok and less than 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, so you can really do this with any amount of followers. Here's how I experimented with my video hooks. I filmed 1 video but tested out 5 different hooks. I posted them all at the same time because I wanted to keep all these variables constant so I can be sure that it was the hooks that impacted the video's performance. So variant number 1, it was a video of my face with my data dashboard as the background. The text on screen said 3 ways to do unhinged life tracking. I actually said I track my entire life in the video. Variant 2 was my face and my laptop and desk. The text on screen said tracking my entire life as a product. I actually said, have you ever boss babe so hard your life becomes a product. The third variant is just my face and my wall, it's a blank wall. The text on screen said 3 of my best unhinged tracking tips. What I actually said in the video hook said 3 unhinged organization tips to improve your work and life. Variant 4 was my face with the dashboard background again. This was actually the exact same video as variant 1, except the text on screen said exposing my unhinged life tracking system instead of 3 ways to do unhinged life tracking. What I actually said, again, it is the same as variant 1. I actually said I track my entire life. The last variant, variant 5, it was just my face with my white wall behind me, and the text on screen said, exposing my unhinged life tracking system. What I actually said was, I turned my life into a product. So you can see I tested multiple different angles here, like more educational, 3 ways to do this, 3 ways to do that. Life tracking system was mentioned, unhinged life tracking was mentioned, I track my entire life. So here are the results and what I learned. The first variant, the one with my face and the dashboard background, these are the combined views from TikTok and YouTube. So this first variant got 3.2k views, and I learned that showing the dashboard in the background performs well, as does saying I track my entire life. It's straightforward, which I think it intrigues people to keep watching. Variant number 2, which was my face and my laptop and desk, 1.5k views. Mentioning tracking my entire life gets interest, and starting with a question seems to work well too. Number 3 was just my face with a blank background, except it was more educational, like 3 ways to do this. It got 800 combined views. So this educational content seemed to perform the worst. Variant 4, again, that was the same as variant 1, which is my face with a dashboard background, but the text on screen was different. So this variant got 5,000 views. This is the most number of views compared to the 3.2k that variant 1 got. And the only thing that was different about this video was I said exposing my unhinged life tracking system instead of 3 ways to do unhinged life tracking. So the word exposing and system was added. I think this makes people curious to learn more, which is why they watch more and the video performs better. The last variant, variant 5, which was just my face with a blank background saying exposing my unhinged life tracking system and I turned my life into a product. This one got 1.5k views, and I think systems works, but if it's combined with I track my entire life and a visualization, that performs the best. My main takeaways here are hooks suggesting a new framework like exposing my system tend to perform better because they get people more curious. Visual hooks also matter, showing that data dashboard visualization tend to always perform better. Educational videos like 3 ways to do unhinged life tracking or 3 ways to get organized, those don't perform as well as story-based content, which is just me sharing my own experience and what I did. And I think it's because stories are more entertaining. In the future, I would start with more straightforward content like I track my entire life, use more exposing and systems and less educational content. Even if my content is educational, I'll frame the hook so it's not like 3 ways to do this or 3 ways to do that. So here's how you can do the same. Number 1, you need to focus on the problem that you're solving and what value you can bring to your audience with your content. Number 2 is list 3 to 5 different angles. For example, let's say you run a finance newsletter and you're talking about investing, and specifically this video you're talking about which ETFs to invest in. Here are the 5 different hooks you could try. The first one is more negative, where you want to play into people's fear of missing out. You can say avoid doing this with your ETFs, mistakes to avoid with your ETFs, things like that, so people keep watching to find out. Number 2, I would go with a desired outcome kind of hook. So like make $5,000 from $100 with this one ETF. 3, I would go more experience heavy with this one. An example would be, I wish I knew this before investing in my first ETF. Number 4 is more entertainment based. I find that entertainment can do very well. I'd say something like, if ETFs got you feeling like WTF, watch this. The last one, number 5, play more on curiosity, exposing my ETF system that makes me $5,000 a month. So now you're saying you have a specific system that people can follow and they'll be curious to keep watching just to find out what that system is. After you have your hooks, you film everything, you edit everything, and remember, you can literally make the same video and just swap out the text on screen. You'd be surprised to see how differently they can perform. Then post on a platform of your choice. I prefer TikTok because of high discoverability from the For You page. And remember to post them all at the same time with the same caption because you want to keep all the variables constant so you can be sure that the difference in views is due to the hook change and not because of something else. I usually wait a few days or up to a week to get the results. I leave the videos up on my page, but you can delete them if you want. Then I post the winning variations on platforms where I have more followers, or you can take the top 2 or 3 winning variations and test them as ads. If you found this helpful, make sure to check out the link in the description. I have a newsletter that helps people with content creation and setting up your own content business, specifically for newsletters and short form video. I would also appreciate it if you could like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear what questions you have, so leave a comment. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you next week. Bye.